Socialist monopoly. Let me tell you what socialist monopoly is like, okay? You hand out all that starter money to everybody. So it kind of starts out the same, right? And then you roll the dice. And then you land on a property. And you know what it says? Already owned by the government. Government owned. But you still have to pay that $35 rent, that $50 rent. Then you roll again, and you land on another property. You know, it says government owned. You can't buy anything. You know what? You just go around the game with your $200 and basically just wait until you lose all of it to the government. That's socialism. That sounds horrible. Why would you even play the game? You know what it makes you do? You don't even want to roll. There's no benefit. All I do is go to the next property and give more money to the government. It's like, who wins? The government. Let me help you out. Everybody loses. You all lose. You already lost. Now, here's the thing. Some people think that the pure answer is capitalism. Now, here's the thing. Capitalism is monopoly. You say, what is capitalism? It's you keep playing this game until one person has all the money. That's how a capitalism system works. Now, the Bible teaches neither of these, okay? It leans a lot more towards capitalism, but it's not socialist in any way. According to the Bible, every 50 years, everybody is supposed to return back to their original inheritance. So this is how it works in Monopoly. After the 7th turn, you know, there's like after you go around the board 7 times, everybody goes back to the beginning amount of money. Everybody goes back to the beginning amount of property and everything else. It just starts over. Now, this is good in economy, bad in the game, because in the game, you're like, nobody wins, okay? But obviously, in your economy, it's good in the sense that nobody becomes a slave. Because you know what happens when one person owns all the money? Well, in the game, we just all go home, and it's fun. But in reality, what happens, everybody becomes a slave of that guy that had all the money. And he does all kinds of wicked things, oppresses them, takes advantage of them. They become in bonded, indentured servants. That's why you see the bondage of the children of Israel for 400 years. Why? Because they played Monopoly and they lost. And it wasn't fun for them. That's why he's saying after every 50 years, it would just reset and you would redistribute based on all the families. Hey, they get their inheritance, they have their portion of the land, and they'd be able to play the game again. Now that sounds great. That sounds wonderful that we would get to hit that reset button. But notice when you hit the reset button, you still have your own possessions. And notice the government still has nothing. The government never had anything in God's economy.